We are talking about gardening.
Yeah, man, we're there. Yes,
I know much
garden.
about gardening and I call know about gardening.
We'll get to it. Have a look at idea. Hopefully you'll call me back. We're here with Uncle Tucker, and I wish I could have Rascali up in here right now. So, just a like a 1-2 reason before we go into the thing.
TLC, big up every youth on every corner, and every proud mother and every father. Picture this, if them put the guns down, them could pick up a mic and still be a master.
Yeah, man. So, me and the elder were talking earlier, and all these things that's going on and what we're going through right now. For example, how people are in the house. How did you put it? People are in their house, and it's like some control. We're given some control over our life, in a sense, like we're home, but we don't know not necessarily what they're looking at anymore, as much as what they're planning anymore. You know, you yourself was explaining to me, and I've posted it on the promo page many times. To people were, even when this whole thing happened just before the lockdown, I saw it coming. Before even that, I was posting stuff about the whole lockdown, and then on top of it, when it happened, I started telling people wear a mask, because they're saying that we're probably going to end up wearing masks. I said wear a mask, because guess what? Or bring one with you just in case. To even the fact that if somebody don't feel comfy around it, bring it. You're wearing a bandana over your face defeats the purpose. Truthfully, you want to be rebellious. Be rebellious if you think it makes sense, but true rebelliousness means that you're going to seek and see what has happened through history. And the thing with mass, the beneficial factors of giving into it, and you already going to know the harmful side effects of it, because it's not like a harmful factor, it's a harmful side effects. People work in mass all day long before all this thing happened, but now people are realizing that, like doctors even said it, they even said it on the news. Some people, if they have a condition already, like just breathing in the same bad air your body is breathing out is not good for you. Get what I mean, Unks?
Yeah, but I mean, we have to understand what the scientists say, but the population doesn't believe it or accept that. But the point is, there's more disease outside than inside.
That is true. Please, Uncle, wait, because you're hitting up on two topic on that. When we were reasoning earlier, you were kind of getting into the political point, but me see what you mean, Elder. Imagine, from your nephew from Jamaica, from a youth on the corner, just like a man like you. Imagine, we know what curfew really mean. Seeing? And it make many not man live longer. It make many man live long. Many people live long. Right? But yet still, this thing, when I look on it, I realize that in a sense, culturally, me now push on all of my fellow Jamaican, but me picked up and say, yo, whoa. I give thanks for that for more time after just in my yard and me all over the fence and the whole place and a lockdown and curfew and boys that, you don't even want to go shop much.
Well, in Jamaica, you have a big difference with the phone and echo. In Jamaica, you have a difference than the cooler temperature.
Yes. Yes. So
the cooler temperature.
Yeah.
The up like it 20 miles up in the air.
Yeah.
By the ozone layer there. When it's cold, it make the ozone layer contract. While like in the West Indies, it expands. Okay. When it contract, it make a big hole in the sky.
Okay.
Big hole.
So you're literally schooling me on something, Oak. So you're literally telling me that we, for having heat, blessed thanks for being here, beloved. We, for having such a tropical heated climate, it does the whole ozone layer better.
Yes.
So how much? Sorry.
That's why in the summer you get more time for move around because them say it's not as prevalent.
Yes,
Not
and the
as
breathing.
dangerous.
But I remember when I came here also to Canada and I was in school, what made me love hockey is when my friends them from the hockey team at school, when the man them just took onto the one of the first Jamaican in the school and man's them like, you have to play full hockey, man. I'm like, no, my gym teacher said, listen, if you're gonna play hockey, I'm gonna have to teach you to fight. I said, listen, from now on I'm your assistant. And he didn't mind. He even passed me for the class, but besides that I love hockey and I love sports. So I learned that hockey players, some of them, why they love being on the ice is how their lungs actually expand when it's in the cold. But yes, when you're out there in that cold in winter, it's a whole different thing. You know what I mean? Even though you're moving around. You hear me? Yeah. So even though I find that we're moving around out there, it's a whole different thing. So I get it, what you're saying, and with all of this looming over our life where it's like we can stay inside and stay healthy, but people like moving around and moving and going outside, and man themselves have literally become this thing where it's like they really believe life is outside their door. If it's even out on their front lawn, life is outside their door. You hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the tropical thing you were talking about, remember we were talking about Africa Day, we want to get back to that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you were saying that from what you've been following and you found is that Africa is actually doing well here.
Well, in the tropical climate where it's warmer, it not means that the ozone layer thick, it's thin. So it's still a penetrated, but not as much.
Also,
so it's going to take a longer time.
So on the tropical side, it's thinner, but on the cold side, it's thicker, but it just gets a hole in it.
Yes.
But that's a messed up process I'm looking at.
Well, I'm at thousands of kilometers, and I like a small hole.
No. I know what you say, but what I realize is like you say, when it gets cold, it contracts to the point that it pop holes in it. But when it's hot, it stretches out and spread, but it can get thin.
Yes.
Oh.
So we get a farmer covering, but not much.
Okay, so that's how I always said it. I always thought so that the ozone layer has a lot to do with moisture and humidity in the air. That's what I just hear. It's something.
What happened is the ozone, with the ozone layer depleted, the ultraviolet rays will come through is harmful. When it reach Earth, it becomes some small animal with them viruses,
but I can't twist it.
and that caused the COVID.
But like you say, it's something
the
ancient.
The system gears towards what may I say.
Well,
Good? No?
it's like you say, it is in something ancient. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I like from the days I know, I tell you.
Yeah, we're gonna get into that, but hold on, Uncle. But so just so I can make my community and my supporters know, like I've made the post a couple of times. People message me back, ask me for posts, all kind of things. Where did I find this post? Where can they even find this book? I know I can find the book on the internet. I don't remember who sent it to me, but the person sent it for me in confirmation, meaning not to let their name out, just keep the post going, which means if you agree with it, search it up. If you have something to say about it, come back and say it, but keep the post going. Don't want to know who sent it.
You know, I see this thing as the end of the world and the beginning of the world.
Okay, Uncle Tucker, give me a second, because you're going to go back to
the only thing become reality.
Yes.
Including the resurrection.
Yes, hold on.
Where everybody look upon as nonsense.
Hold on. So when I was doing that post, it was about 2 years ago, at least 2 years in, and I was telling people, like, you know, it's something ancient, and I was using it to make people understand also, don't fear too deep, because another elder said, I had a posting where he said, remember, the vaccine itself can affect your body, your DNA, your mind, all of that. But fear is what they're using to affect your spirit and make you sick in the spirit. Vaccine
Well,
can.
we are talk realistic thing, you know. We are talk things where you can prove.
Exactly, King. It was a big ass
We
book.
not talk things where we can
The
prove.
book, even the book that I posted, it's the post that I made. I kept on circulating about the book was even saying that they tell you how the breaks are gonna go, like 10 years apart and blah blah blah. They named the place it would come from before from 1992.
Well, may I tell you, say, this plague to me are the same plague as how it's explained in the book of Noah. You understand me? How it explained. The Bible said him open up the windows of heaven. It wasn't from no water springs breaking out. That was nothing like that. I read it again. It was him said, with the man do, himself with the animal, he was displeased with them thing then. And me know why. Because animal, them have put animal consciousness in a man.
Man wants to take it on
They are
because
putting man consciousness
in animals.
in animal.
Yeah.
That is why in a revelation, the snake speaks. You see?
And it's funny though, but it's funny that how on that point there you say, yeah, many people say, and you have reasoning on that already, where they say animals can't speak. You heard parakeet speaks, you heard dogs speak.
Well, them are put the consciousness in a dog. That then, you see, that's why God said too much wickedness and violence upon the earth, because if you looking upon that, a monkey and look upon himself, or a pig, and look upon himself with the consciousness of a man. You know, so that's hurtful.
That is very hurtful.
All right, so that's, and you know, think that's violence.
More than you can know, my king. More than you can know. It's ridiculous.
That's
More
why
than
God
you can know.
please.
That's the kind of violence that, like I said, man, where's the fun? I should read it in here. One of these days I'm going to read it. I'm going to send it to your uncle. Violence really is a concept in the mind, and it's an inborn concept. It doesn't have to be outside. It has to be you willing to defend, like, yo, I don't know nothing about life. I'm 5 years old. I'm in the wild. And something attack me. I'm going to kick his ass if I can't get away. Or I'm going to run screaming and find somewhere safe. It's still violent because the way you run and screaming, anything going your way, you're going to try and get away from it. And you don't know what you might do.
No, you is a pig with the consciousness of a man. You see yourself like a man. How is it that you look like a pig and wear clothes? You see? So that is the violence that I talk about.
It is, man. It is. You know.
And I'm a play with them science there.
Uncle, I forgot to tell you this. Straight up, I say to myself the other day, and you're one of the man that were coming to my mind, you know. But the man said, they say, all the innocence of the earth and soul, you know what I mean? And I realized the most innocent on the face of this planet is actual friggin' animals. It's actually animals. It's actually animals. Why? They've been doing what they're doing for centuries. And we want to blame them as wild animal and vicious wild animal. They've been doing what they've been doing for centuries. Uncle, two more things come to me. The first one was, I think you must say, you know what? The forest doesn't, or the jungle, it doesn't fear him. It doesn't fear man, right? But yet still the forest or the jungle can't destroy itself. Man is the only thing on the face of this planet that creates things that threatens his own existence, much less life.
Well, listen, man no really respect God. Man have his own agenda. You see, and the Bible, I think, lay out certain things clearly, because with the book I know, that become clear. But man said the problem comes from pollution.
But what is pollution and where's the pollution? Like, they don't admit the off-the-road forms of pollution there is.
I'm saying aerial spray and the thing there in a refrigerator and all them things there. Our cars, the depletion of the ozone there.
Yeah. They are gonna blame it on science.
Pollution.
Don't you realize that out of everything that we've come through as people, as human beings, as the so-called upright thinking, knowledge restoring, and knowledge keeping, right? Being on this planet, I found that we have put our whole evolution on science. Whether it's mystical, history, historical, hidden science, whatever, natural science, we've put our whole evolutional existence on science.
Let's say the political system based upon two different things, you know. When we rule, or the system where we base it upon is more a system of faith. Them base them system upon dollars and cents.
Algorithm, call it out, Uncle. We're not technicology. Algorithm. What? No, yeah, we are. Sorry, Uncle. Sorry. Go back again. Algorithm is what the man talking about. They base their system upon what? Faith?
Base our system upon faith. But then base them system upon the numerical value.
Yes.
1 and 1 make 2.
Yes.
You understand? But we know so when we bring a can, we get a whole cab and lots of them. So we not base it upon that numerical system of production of gain and thing. You see, so with them system you will always have war and slavery and abuse because them have less. Them living in a curse. Well, we want to set up a system of living in blessing. Are two different things.
It's just funny, man. You know,
but
people
the Pope come and say, man can't rule and base on them color.
Yo, I have something to say to you.
Rule, and from them start rule after them system and every man ever suffer.
I have something to say to you. So, do you feel, how would I say, is it worry I was going to say? I want to say, do you feel like they look at us the way, and I have my idea already, I just want to hear you speak on it. Do you feel they look at us at all the way they speaking of us in any way, or even have a chance to really do it? Last time I talked to somebody, I think you were in here too, when I say, if you guys really want politicians you can trust or it's going to make a change, start raising them from birth. Stop getting some. That is the revolution. The resistance is.
If we should have tried to reason based on our philosophy and our way, them have got the whole world have got to say we are madman. Them not go agree with it. Because them after can base it upon for them calculation of dollar, how them have got $10 and cents.
Yeah.
You see, while we have to say we can do this and this are going to produce this and this and this. We have to produce this and with this we are going to do that. But them can't do that. You see?
Well, from what I see, man,
it's a different system. After when them do that, a whole heap of people suffer just for them, for the benefit of one person.
And that is true. So there we go again. You make me have to say it. So the whole thing, the Sachamani theory. You see again, like I said, there's places waiting, there's places ready.
Well, it's even Sachamani and all of that, you know, we have to realize, you know, if we not deal with the prophecies and how the world going and acting like blind people.
Would you put it on the so-called claim of human evolution? Why we can't realize that we're still stuck in time?
On a human evolution.
We're still stuck in time.
Evolution. We're not stuck in. Listen, when it says stuck in time,
yeah.
You see, we have in one generation the world changed from manual to electrical and automation and all kind of things. You're saying, so we're in a one place now. You say lots of changes.
Yeah.
But in these changes, man, know how to deal with it and create more damage that's a damage, with good.
Yeah.
So one of the damage where we might call, but is the mixing the DNA animals and humans. You see, and the basic idea, them claims that them want prolong life, so them are going to grow human organs in an animal. And a whole heap of animal them use
send the monkey go
experiment.
And send the monkey go space.
Now them send the animals them go Africa after them experiment with it, and that caused the outbreak of AIDS and Ebola.
Well, a lot of people don't know and still don't know that it's still a lot of these places like Africa, and Africa I know right now without even going too deep is one of the worst.
No, them say them are going to send.
No, it's a dump site. A lot of countries are still like that. It's a dump site for stuff like that.
You know
what I mean? Africa has vast open land, vast open jungles. It's a dump site.
But you have to understand too, in Africa, lots of the powers we are ruling in Africa, capture Africa.
Yo, they're capitalists.
And
Let's not put no color on it or anything or no race or ethnicity.
That's right.
It's capitalism. It's the disgustingness of what they call capitalism.
Right.
So, I get what you said, man. Uncle, on...
as me I said, no matter where you're there, you have to study the scriptures and know how to deal with the situation.
It is a book that the world was... And even that again, man, I really need to reason with you.
In the Bible, you understand? It shows you something clearly. Adam and Eve was at the beginning of the world. It was that was created at the end of the world.
It was a change, a period of change, as usual.
Yes, because them say in the beginning God created both man and woman.
Just remember that.
And then wait now, and then then after that, him create Adam and Eve because him say in the plants with seeds on the earth, but now it have plants without seed, and a whole heap of things that grow where him never put there. You see?
Yeah.
So I saw Adam and Eve, and that's why I put them in the garden to restart the place with original seeds. Not them GMO seeds there, which dead after a few years, but seeds that live eternally. You see? That's God's seed. So no matter where you're there, unless you're going to start transform back to Eden.
If you notice.
And then, I'm sure you're going to eat them now. Plants where you're not to eat. Him say that plant you're not to eat because of what? A GMO plant him talk about,
Like that, it's funny.
And when the snakes speak, that garden, I want to show you that animals get affected too. You understand? That even snake could have speak. You understand? That even a snake could have speak. Probably even look like a man with a snake head. Because I was a beast.
All right.
Yes, but we have to realize them things then. And stop looking on things imaginary
like
and fear.
Look
and
on
looking on the realistic and what's going on now. If a man says majesty of God and him of Christ, but if them did really believe that.
Wait, Uncle.
If them did really believe that, you understand, them would know. If them did really believe that, them would know, say, if the king come at judgment, and them would look for judgment, but them don't believe. And if a man tell you that, them don't believe nothing.
Yo, King, a man will come in now. Wait now. I'm glad you spark the fire, because your fire spark and I send sparks everywhere. So listen. Listen up. One year something. And we'll go right back to that now. Rasta now. And we're Rasta there right now. 1 year something. Family, friends, and community. Give me a minute here.
When you wake up.
Sir?
hold on there.
Throughout the world, your imperial majesties will regard you as the reincarnation of Jesus Christ.
I had heard of that idea. I also met certain Rastafarians. I told them clearly that I am a man, that I am mortal, and that I will be replaced by the oncoming generation, and that they should never make a mistake in assuming or pretending that the human being is emanated from a deity.
But, despite this clear declaration, millions of Ethiopians still believe that he is the reincarnation of Jesus.
See what I mean, Uncle?
Yes.
All right. So on that level, right?
Let's say that speech now, that's a different speech because a God and a spirit is a spirit, and a spirit and a man is different.
That's why I reference to it the way I do, where I said the king did speak and say clearly, you must remember that though a deity can emanate from a man can emanate from a deity.
Yes.
And what I do and the things we will do in the future will be changed by the oncoming generation.
But it is a Christian man.
All right. The
And
oldest
if it's a
Christian nation
man,
in world history.
Yeah, me know. If he is a Christian man, he believe that God dwell inside of you. Understand? And if him are the Christ, then God dwell inside of him. You see me?
Yeah.
And that's where it has say. You understand?
Enough people
So
don't
I
look
say,
at that and enough man don't want to
if
use
the
it.
Christ come and you really believe it, you have to know, say, after him come is judgment.
No. And people also, your uncle, break this down for me. Rasta to Rasta. I'm glad me really call you today. Listen to this. Explain the difference from our concept. The difference between judgment and verdict.
The judgment, to me, when I say judgment, the judgment already passed.
So what's the
And we
verdict?
go through it now.
What's the verdict on that judgment? Because even when somebody gets sentenced, there's always some verdict that come and say it was wrong, or it could have done this way, or it was well deserved, or we could find more evidence, we could have given more chance.
That's why I'm telling you, I'm saying the verdict is the Garden of Eden don't have to be just Adam and Eve. It's real. Okay, first, you have to understand the Noah process to survive this, whatever plague are going to destroy the earth. I take a start over back without these GMO. But are the people that will survive when it survive. This is how it going to be. And it now gone, and I think there won't be no prejudice because when you look at it, them say Eve was made from the ribs. That means you're white. And the man was made from the dirt. That means him black. You understand? So when you're looking at it now,
Sorry.
I hear a black person that say me a princess, but if you're looking for the reality, I something else I look on. You know, see it. Something else.
Yo, I'm telling you, Uncle, I just find that. Go on, sorry.
You see, but the man first get the idea and bring in the woman. But the woman did weak. You still to go back to the GMO product. That happening. To go back to the GMO product because the snake, which was considered wise, because man did a mix man with animals. So a psychological effect because an animal, learn faster than a man,
It has no choice. It has no choice.
It is like 100 and it's like 70 years old.
Remember to us, we don't consider our fear to be instinct. And that's all fear is to an animal, instinct.
When I say an animal, right?
Mm-hmm.
A dog and all them things, they know and understand more than an animal for them age, a human for them age. You understand?
Yeah.
They understand life more than a human for them age.
You make me think on this thing that just keep revolving in my mind. Like,
So
why? Sorry, Uncle, just stick with me right here. Where I keep saying it. I don't like the saying, so I don't even want to say it to people more time, but it is what it is. I just wish I could find a better way to say it so even children could grasp it comically or openly. Is that man, human being, is the only thing on this fat friggin' planet, the only thing, even water, the only thing on this planet that does not like repetition and does not even want to come to terms fully with what repetition is. You understand what I mean? You hear me?
yes, I understand what you're saying.
So that's what it is. I just find like more time with even evolution itself, when I look at it, it's like we're looking for something that's gonna stop us from doing something. And it shows like nowadays, like even with the cell phone, it's hard for someone to say on a cell phone. You know? Even simple things like that, just and that comes from repetition. Breaking that itself comes from repetition. But man, just, I don't know. We call it evolution, I guess. Yeah.
Well, you know, that's when me see. You understand? But when I take the Bible, you know, I keep a man, when I use the Bible, we take the Bible as a joke business, you know? Like some man make it up on a white man thing, but the white man can't explain the Bible, or explain the Bible to people, and when people try to talk about the Bible with a bright man explanation, them sound stupid.
All I see is, you know, the whole thing about living the sins of the father and, you know, pass down things to a family. All I see when I look at that is like how you're saying, I thought you were, that's why I'm glad you're here today to clear up my speech. But all I see is the white man way is, or the Eurocentric way is, we're damned, we're done, we've been done wrong. You said it was a starting point against it in the thing right now, Mr. Whether quarantine or downtime, whitely. You understand what I mean? Quarantine or downtime. So we're calling it downtime because we're supposed to be at home doing stuff that really matters. You get what I mean? Whether it matters to someone else or it matters to you, just do. If the heavenly God that they have the world praying and waiting for comes from the sky, and you know you're doing good, doing right, aren't you supposed to be happy at least reach a certain point in life and say, yo, yeah man, give thanks, Jaja. I understand what I mean? Alright, so I just find that when it comes to the Bible and stuff like that, what you're saying is definitely true, but now it's like they want us to say like we are corrupt, we're the worst, we are born out of sin. Jesus, that's what I'm going to see. I'm going to come right back to your speech. We were born out of sin. You understand what I mean?
Yeah, but right now, the world under judgment, you see? And I just, if you check out how the system is, them already are living in a bunker. Them already are trying to secure themselves. But they have it some different because we know so them have a lick off in a war. And the whole city have under sword. You see, already them start at Israel. But them have a lick off in a war, but that's why my papers put so we can leave when it's ready. Quick, right away.
Uncle, like you see, you bring it back to the point. I'm trying to remember as much as we were reasoning earlier on the phone. Yo, I really see it. I saw this. I just sat one late night and I couldn't sleep and I was medding and just watching some video and just holding the meds. And I said, no, man's gonna have to really fucking go learn, understand. I think one of the biggest problems mankind themselves have, and we can't even admit to it, is swimming. We are fearful of fucking water so fucking bad. We're gonna end up on the open ocean living if we want to survive. I'm gonna bug you. I'm gonna know your mind probably there. If you want to go back to now on the flood, deal with it, my king. But I'm telling you, even you earlier said...
No, I not. probably Noah chose to live on the sea.
Even you said basically, you said your part and I said my part, and basically the conclusion of that was that certain sickness cannot survive out in salt air on that level, where man himself is supposed to be protector of this plane. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
This one, the desert.
but the desert, but them don't know. But them don't know. You know, when I watch documentary, you know, big daughter Saya, the oldest one, okay, she love watch documentaries. Yo, one day me and her watching a documentary where she showed me this thing. I'm like, what is that? I'm like, that doesn't look like Earth. She's like, yes, that it is. These places, these peaks, I said, Tucker, it on my south key side are any Walmart as big as the top of the peak of the thing, as big as the Walmart and the whole parking lot, like a plaza there, so, and then the rest of it is a steep fucking fall like right down. And I said, what up? She said, yeah, daddy, from like the ocean, and the ocean used to be that high and water just whirled away and all kind of different things nature did otherwise than the ocean. I was like, wow. I said, it looked like a peak. Like, what the hell would you want to go build a house in that for? It's unique. It's man. It's creative. We must live and experience our extremeness and be responsible about it. You get what I mean? But at the same time, when I saw that, I was like, that's not planet Earth. I like, King, when I like think about traveling because I feel down on myself. You understand what I mean? So we ourselves, in a sense, man, we need to really like open up. Like I said earlier, it's like we really listen to everything that they do and say, and we really believe we want to use a certain percent that they say we use of our knowledge, our wisdom, our mind. You don't even want to talk about spirituality. They make movie and encourage people to be scared of the movie, and people pay more money to go catch all the movie for the first time just to be scared out of their fucking mind.
Yeah, but even that, I tell them, man, even that GMO snake in the Garden of Eden, people that hard for a person realize, you know, if we are talk like this, but to say a feeble-minded people can understand what we are talking. But you tell them this thing, them right away, them go back and say, but then they realize the level of science.
The feebleness that you talk, the feebleness that I really find you talking about is like it's part of this so-called evolution and modernization. Actually,
I'm gonna tell you, even I'm gonna check a Rasta man with you. A Rasta man, you know, and I tell him, say science, say pollution cause the ozone layer for depleted. Him jump up, yes, that's true, and you know, science caused that, and they say the air, the refrigerator and all those things is what causing it. So I say that's what science say, but in the Bible, no, it says different thing. Oh, so you take me for a fool? You think me never go to school? Me an idiot? You take me for a fool? Me don't know nothing. You ever see Rasta man like that, buddy?
Yeah, man, King. That's why I'm gonna talk to you. You're one of the only man really reason with, even when it comes to Bible. Let me tell everybody, my Bible and my granny. I'm just make it end up there, so. So if you don't understand me right now, I'm just miss my granny come.
No, but
you don't want to talk, but you just want to keep now. You know, you don't want to talk, but you just want to keep. No, that's what I find out more time when people try to reason with what the Bible. You know what I mean? On top of it, I also find say, we've gone through so much, and we take everything that we learn, we like to put it in front of us and say we're building the future, right? But the same thing that's behind us, that rattles our core, that mess with our heads, that challenges our faith and our belief, challenges our belief. Not challenging our belief and forgiveness. What I'm saying is, for example, you just heard the King's speech where the King, you know, it's a visit in America, that one is actually. And the man said, a deity can emanate from a human being can't emanate from a deity, right? So people argue, who is Jesus? What color is Jesus? what's your belief in Jesus? Isn't your belief in so-called Jesus, or sorry, family, friends, community, because our community will say one heart, family, friends, community, and one love. Listen, many things, many avenues in our community, but Jesus, if a Jesus, a Jesus. And the main thing about it is... I'm not talking to the people them now. What community? Give me a sense of direction if we come off though. But listen, what I said to them is, Jesus is supposed to be something like you wake up in your morning and you see a favorite pair of shoes and you say, yo, I'm glad my day when you see them shoes there. Now come off from my food for the day. Now I'm going to have a nice day, man. I'm a nice pair of shoes. You know what I mean? For like, comparing to such a thing, but I'm just trying to explain to you how personal that thing should be and how unpersonal people use it to attack people personally. All right? If we've come across a part where, like after I studied and went on the whole Banner Man King, I realized I'm done, man. In the man culture, there's a man, a prophet, a Christ called Jesus Christ throughout the whole Ethiopia. And when you read it, it's a whole different thing than their Jesus Christ. Then he goes to America and said, yeah, he follows in the footsteps of Jesus Christ. And, you know, he respects their belief in their Jesus Christ. And he explains it like that. But yet they still don't want to accept that. They want to accept what they feel and what they say. Jesus, their spirit's telling them now and all kind of thing. You understand what I mean?
Well, you see, if you read the Bible code, it says Jesus was crucified from the beginning. The Revelation, it says he was crucified from the beginning of the world. You know, and if you really look on it, if God ever make the earth and he's not going to make Jesus Christ as a person who can come in between at the line team draw. You understand? That means the mother for dead from in the beginning. You see, so Jesus is not that him don't exist, but him exists from in the beginning. You see, but then he represents the suffering people. And we are led by a royal master.
Yes.
Which is Christ the Lord, which is his majesty. Yes, so it's the two of them work in one. The Christ and the being. You see? So that's the power. I think the word Jesus is a character from in the beginning of the world. You see?
I was trying to get up short in the conversation, but what's your, give them a say, what's your concept on them dealing with, like, when I say we have to understand our forgiveness and strengthen forgiveness, those things get attacked. Like, love and forgiveness defeats this whole problem of people having difference in religion and all of that. You know what I mean? You understand what I mean? I see a lot of people giving up ancient ways and ancient natural things and giving in to what Jesus, they're saying in the church and all of that. But at the same time, I may have to go catch all the reason on that one next time, because it's going to go really long if we get deep into it. But remember I said, someone sent me the video the other day on where the man said, when they made the devil this image of this big horn person, creature looking person, you understand what I mean? Was for man to take the spirit, which represents the devil, out of themselves and now laugh at such food. And now they take that spirit inside to laugh at this image that they're seeing. So they're using the image outside to please what they're really not dealing with inside. You understand what I mean? You hearing me? Yeah, like how they say, and that Christ did explain to them that, in a sense, the devil did rule. And like you said, Christ was the beginning, right? A new beginning, right? So he was there to clear up house, and make them know, yeah, there's a ruler right now, but I'm here to tell you, don't give in to him. Let's rise up. You know what I mean? But people, I don't know. I don't even want to say people, because now I'm challenged. It sounds like I'm challenging my Christian part of my community. But truthfully, you know what I mean? Like, if someone accept Christ in their life, does that mean that person should always be going to church and always? Yes, he says to congregate. Look at the time and space that we're in, and look at what you can do as one person. Why judge what one person is doing if you know the person is doing something you can't even get to?
Paul tell you, say, even that, just believing in a Jesus is vain. Because you have to believe in the Christ. Him say the Christ not come yet. Him say when the Christ come, him say the first you have to have the lawless man. And the lawless man of this man will come to create slavery.
Yeah.
And slavery laws, colonial laws. You see? So after him come the Christ, and then the Christ are going to be the man we are going to get your freedoms, and is not just to come and make we get independence. Kennedy said.
See.
You see? And he was and the Bible said he might be the only one who can do it. And he was the only one, because Ethiopia was the only free country.
That the only country that did not get conquered by
and the Bible tells us him pay the debt. And him send the Ethiopia send money to them to we after slavery, and then keep it for the debt for we. You understand?
Uncle, listen.
Just the old scriptures explain, you know.
Listen.
It's just that them tell it a different way.
Listen, I gotta get up into this podcast for you. So listen, I gotta let you go. But listen, give them a word for me, man. Because like right now, and that's even part of the reason that I like to tell people my grandmother is my Bible, because I realize prayers come before even this whole religion thing. You know what I mean?
Well, the thing is in our right now.
They don't understand them. A lot of people have forgotten, and a lot of people don't even know the concept or reason why even to pray. You understand what I mean? They don't know how to pray for faith. They don't know how to just pray for, just give thanks. You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
Well, and that's a different story altogether. And we're going to talk about the political aspect right now with the corona and relating it to Noah and the Bible.
Yeah.
In contrast to what the scientists say, a pollution. And may I assure you say is a greater problem wherein them I use the animals to do a whole heap of things. And you see in our Genesis it tell you, say them they corrupt the earth by changing the plants, the seedless. It also show you the snake attack. Mm-hmm. That's to show you how much them affect the psychology of the human and the animal. You see? So
I even see the fact that if we had gotten a point of that within everything there is balance. I was talking about something the other day to somebody where I say that you have to realize, you know what I mean? Like you can put an animal in an ecosystem that threatens the ecosystem and they think it's going to destroy them, and all of a sudden the animal finds its place in the ecosystem. The ecosystem gives the animal an actual place where everything now can actually balance out and survive.
Yeah, but the Bible says time will come when they eat all a cow and all a sheep and them things, it's like to eat a man.
Mm.
The judgment of a people will as like to eat a man. Because them are mix man with animal. See me? And the animal, them are get the consciousness of man if it's even one in a few seconds.
The youths are the future, because they are our ancestors, and that's what they shall be. You know what I mean?
And I want to tell you, me check it out, me say, because me do a research on that thing. And I figure it out. Then I check out the psychology of animals, and then I use monkey. And I test the monkey to see how much the monkey learn.
So, don't you remember yo, Tucker?
Things like you, man.
Me around 14, 15 at Jamaica when I learned about monkey and sign language and all kind of things,
All right.
Tell them, no, wait, no. Tell them I realize so when I see monkey in a movie, and some normal monkey there.
All right. Look at it in a revelation and them place and them talk about the three beasts them. Where them the three beasts must a tiger, lion, or one. When them use the psychology, the brain power all them animal they and put in a man in a one man Trust me I want Superman them are making
Superman.
Yeah man.
I don't know what am I making about.
Because an animal is a lion, a 6-year-old lion, I don't think it's much brighter than a 6-year-old man. And the more animal are gonna be brighter than sun. And them are got me. I think when Noah make that ark and then bring in all those animals in the ark, it couldn't exist that way. But them can't go in there if them people they genetically mix up.
Alright.
All them animals already.
Yo, I hear 2 poems come out of the book from Jada, a book called Conscious Living. I hear 2 poems before I come out here. The first one, I call it, I think, I never get a name to, but I call it the Black Box. I call it and name them by number. This is number 8 in the Conscious Living book from Jada. Bless up King. It says, no more radio, no more TV, no more telephone. Don't talk face to face, look in the box. I will kill you. Run away with me, you are the pill. When I am ill, you got the skill. I will kill you. I will kill for you. Into your world I came. Come on, give me your strength. Venus gave Venus gave the right something from above. I will kill for you. Fox, you're waiting for summer. Summer is waiting for you. Twinkly, beady eyes smiling in the dark. I will kill for you. Run away with me. Tonight we are free, baby. Together we are free. We got something but nothing. I don't know why, but the soul cries to you. I will kill for you. Literally, that one made me think of the black box, that fucking TV much as itself.
Who write that?
Jada.
Who named Jada?
Yes, man.
Oh.
Yeah, man. One of the last time I went to one of the shows, I was supposed to get some of these books from him, but still would like to get even 5 copies so I can push them out in the community. Just a little giveaway thing. This one now is my favorite. So this one goes out to yourself and the whole community, kid. Okay? This one says, this morning I wipe the sleep from my face. I rise to meet the day, looking on life for a meaning now. I got to express the feeling. Yesterday I erased those memories. Sex is at the door, drugs are at the door. Wanna score? In the good time, they ask for more. Got to get to heaven walking on water. Now I can hear you sing in the jungle of kings. You blow my mind, eh? You blow my mind. In the scheme of things, you blow my mind. Our Father who art in heaven, look upon our Father who art in heaven, look on us in the system. Help us to understand the children. Give them the do to run the kitchen, to bury the deed and feed the hungry. You blow my mind, eh? You blow my mind. In the scheme of things, you blow my mind. On a perilous journey for dollars, like Jonah in the belly of the whale, 10,000 eyes at seas, watching like a gale. You blow my mind, eh? You blow my mind. In the schemes of things, you blow my mind. Standing Rock, Haiti, Dakota, Cali, Iraq, Turkey, the whole friggin' world, something to think about. Big up Jada, every time. Tucker,
Yeah.
give thanks to the uncle every time, you know. I've got link our rascal and make sure I'm blessed.
Alright.
Bless up.
TTLC, big up every youths on every corner, and every proud mother and every father. Picture this, if them put the guns down, them could pick up a mic and still be a master.
To embrace a new day as if the world was a challenge you were preparing for infinite nights before. Don't forget to give hope. Like oxygen is to air, hope is all around you and wants nothing more than to be shared. So give hope. Like the friendship that flows freely, water in a valley, hope is a kind of peace that can be seen. Practiced like an ancient magic that brings animals and humans in harmony. Like the past and future holding no meaning, no importance, and the present becomes the skin tone we were once told was forbidden to celebrate. But our lives are the tides that keep on giving its treasures to the shore. So give more, whether it be time or money, as long as you don't combine the two, for time is a valuable currency, but money can't buy hope. What hope can give you is a fresh set of eyes to behold love in its purest form, a love that will make you shine so bright that the world could not help but see you at your best. Don't forget, we are at our best when we are in service. So be the tool, the root, the solution to someone's problems, a lonely neighbor's top priority, a dying patient's desire for conversation. Hope looks like flowers in bloom at their bedside. The last thing they hear is your natural laughter, and your presence is the essence that graces their face in the form of a permanent smile. This is the power of hope. It is a remedy for the voices that have been silenced in our society for far too long, as if they didn't matter. But hope is the change that invokes inner strength to transform our environments with radiant energy. Hope dances along the journey towards a future with promise and equality, surviving the odds of chaos and tough times to arrive at a rebirth of softness, a place you never thought existed. But with hope, you become uplifted and experience a sense of joy unprecedented. For hope is like a modern miracle and is more common than you think. Hope is the wings that raise you off your feet and gradually take you beyond the boundaries of your horizon, etching its flight of beauty in the sky as a reminder that we can all soar towards collective achievements if we are given access to equal opportunities. So give hope. When the walls of tranquility come tumbling down like a burden of boulders, give hope. When words of doom become the loudest sounds in the room, give hope. When trust is absent between the interactions of untapped youth, give hope, even when you have run out of all your spoons. And maybe, one day, when you have nothing more to give and very little to lose, someone will send hope your way, and hope will arrive at the perfect time to save you.
Mama, you're the greatest. Unto you I pray no less. Give thanks for my mother, night on you.
Big up nigger heights every time. Yeah man. Big up Tucker or Stucker every time. Or as ancient as arts and craft is in these streets. So I find these days when I found here they were at Tucker's side indeed. And a family raised by such necessities. Big up Tucker every time. Big up Jada. You know, I keep posting a book. I'm going to talk more about it, but I got to talk to family first before it can be possible. So let's hope that, you know, we can get something good. I didn't want to talk too much because I'm nervous talking about it. No, I shouldn't be nervous. But that's just life, you know? So, nigger heights, what you say?
Mama, you're the greatest. And for you I pray no less.
Awaken the mother mind within every one of you human beings. Our people believe that every human being, male or female, has got two minds. The mother mind and the warrior mind. The warrior mind looks at things logically. The warrior mind says 2 plus 2 is 4. But the mother mind says nothing. The mother mind, I don't know how I can explain. The mother mind does not think in a line way as warriors do. The mother mind thinks sideways, and upwards and downwards. We must awaken the mother mind within us. We must feel what is going on in the world. We mustn't just listen to newspapers. We must ourselves feel. It is said by the Zulu people that women think with their pelvic area where children grow and are born. We must think that way. I must no longer look at a tree, but I must see a living entity like me in that thing. I must no longer look at a stone, but I must see the future lying dormant in that stone. What minerals are there? We must think like grandmothers.
You're the greatest, and for you I pray now. Right about now, I represent Ottawa tonight. Ottawa and Canada. Give thanks for my mother, night and day. No Fridays, what two Hey. Nobody never answer for me like my mama. Never yet struggle for me like my mama. Never yet pray for me like my mama. Never was there for me like my mama. Mama never left beside throughout all the drama. Never hesitate her pass like a comma. Heart full of love going out to my mama. Go all out and stand down to me mama. Mother love me unconditionally. It's only Jah love me more than she. Respect all of the world can see. She means more than the world.
Tlc'sRose, big up every youth on every corner, and every proud mother and every father. Picture this, if them put the guns down, them could pick up a mic and still be a master.
And for you I pray no less. Give thanks for my mother, night and day.
So this is
what
to open up your life, firm words of your life. There's a way, there's always a way. There's never ever no way to get you anything. There's never like this is it. Sometimes we create that. We create laws ourselves along the way. Create decent laws over your life. Good laws. Like I am resourceful. I will find a way. There is a way. I am good at that. I'm good at finding a way. Whenever you feel like negativity is coming up on you, because right now it's in the ear and it's catching. So stay away. Alright? Love and light. Until next time. Blessings. Indigenous here.
Mama, you're the greatest, and for you I pray no less. Give thanks for my mother, night and day. No friends, what two? Right about never yet struggle for me like my mama. Never yet pray for me like my mama. Never was there for me like my mama. Mama never left beside throughout all the drama. Never hesitate her pass like a comma. Heart full of love going out to my mama. Go all out and stand down to me mama. Mother love me unconditionally. It's only Jah love me more than she. Respect all of the world can see. She means more than the world to me. Baby mother never yet too busy. And when she's stressed out and dizzy, never think twice to do anything for me. The realest love she give me. Nobody never honor to me like my mama. Never yet struggle for me like my mama. Never yet pray for me like my mama. Never was there for me like my mama. Mama never left beside throughout all the drama. Never hesitate her pass like a comma. Heart full of love going out to my mama. Go all out and
Right now, can't believe. Yo, let my friend DJ. Hold on, King. Like did you say?
Grand Rising, Javel.
Grand Rising, my brother.
Grand Rising, brother. Mr. Carlos, you have the Carlos, Sleep not a couple times.
There with the man himself right now. Nego Heights in the house. Yeah, Mickey.
Yeah,
Oh God. Oh God. Yeah. I just finished my finishing up and I get kicked out of one my doctor, a sister of mine. Been on online and we've been networking. Great. I did a thing in our podcast page called Real Talk yesterday, and I got kicked out. So I say I was supposed to get to play all the mother's track them I got up from the man's them, all the tracks them like the artists them that I'm trying to promote especially. And if I have time, go into the rest of mother's songs them like some Bob Marley and so. You know what I mean? I got kicked out, but I got a good 2.5 hours. I say, you know what? Fuck it. Today is the midweek pull. It's a scheduled one, so why not make it be so? So blessed thanks, King. The song heavy, man.
Yeah, I give thanks, you know?
See.
Mama deserve it, you know?
You okay? But now I keep you long. The song will speak for itself. I'm glad you called. But here I'm going to bug you upon. How are you guys on that side? Because that we'll talk about, you know. My uncle, if you catch the beginning of the podcast, elder me that talk and we'll talk about the history of this illness and the history of germ, not just germ warfare, the history of the Bible and what the Bible represents and the separation within life and the separation of naturalness of the Bible, separation of the politics of the Bible and the actual politics which is your neighbor or you treat a person.
Yeah.
See? So,
yeah, man, we're there saying the struggle, brother. The thing is, you know, realize that, you know, themselves you have to really guard the temperature, safety of yourself by any means necessary when it comes to the health. You know, you have to really look into get back to natural type of vertical living. So, and that's really there. So they just try to support the crowd and the gathering and all these things.
The elder himself say, you know, I want to say elder, you know, like my big uncle, like the man around, he might push close to 70 right now. See? And the man say, no, in the house is right. No care what they say, in the house is right. Last week, I talked to Big Pop last week, an artist from Jamaica. I don't know if you know Big Pop. Me and Big Pop talk, and Big Pop's at show. I'm a virgin DJ. I say, yo, teen pregnancy down. You can't lie to me about that. Even if it's down 1%, it's down. Teen suicide, definitely got to be some change in that. All teen issues across the board, got to be something in that. But what are we doing it? Must stop say quarantine a downtime king. We got through curfew in our life and through the Caribbean and so already. A quarantine, no, virgin, a downtime. You understand? And then they give restrictions, so you work with their restriction and enjoy your downtime. But you know, if it's downtime, you got to think of things that you can do. I encourage even parents say, yo, don't bug the kids them no more about. Don't bug them too much about playing games in the middle of when they are supposed to do online class. No, tell them, when you done that, we're going to play this game. Make them even show you how to play a game. Pick a game that they even get frustrated and say, no, okay, fine, try this game. Yo, me as a man, for my Sabbath more time, my uncle drop off all the niece them for a couple hours. See? And the youths are always around me, and my youths then make me know. Like, this is how it go that. You want to be with us? You want to get in? You got to be in. I chill with youths already till youths look at me and tell me, go play. Me and them dad play basketball. The man them say, go play. We don't want to play with you. Why? Because when I play with them time, it look like me not going to broke it. The man say, you don't know how to use it. Bye. Straight kid. And so they'll come on the move. You understand what I mean? So I see that I'm a youth them, you know, I'm my brethren, I'm a watch it, we enjoy it, we see how the youth them grow and we love it, and we say, yo, that is a good thing. You know, understand what I mean?
We do. We have to build a connect for the youth. And that's one of my gets the same way, to connect to them to a different level, because we're in a time where mental sickness has become normalized and people are kind of internalizing a lot of things and they don't know who's feeling about at any given moment. So we are trying to show them to study all their friends. Yeah. To start to understand that if the friends are exhibit certain things, they might be going through certain things, so don't be scared to ask them and talk to them, you know? Pressure them into talking to you. So you always know what's going on with them. So we've been doing these type of things, so,
And that is the biggest thing. That is the biggest thing. That's why I saw that it's funny how I have to put it, because I saw that the game thing and the online thing with this class right now. I'm proud of the youth. Them, I love about the youth. Them, one youth and give me 2 thumbs out. Him like, it's great. I said, you just love being in the house. He's like, yep, but he does his schoolwork. You know what I mean? So I realized that we are trying to find a way to talk to them, right? And we're trying to talk to them, but see, you just said we have to get them to talk. You're trying to talk to them to say, yo, get your friends them to talk. And watch this now. Watch this now. This was even there before. King, imagine. You just have the tool, because enough of them put on the tool and you have to just have them. It's like you organize the tool now. I hope you understand what I say. Because the tool is, before we used to say, talk to us, what's going on in your life in the street, and we're worried about them. And you want a friend to talk to a friend. And now it's different. You said the mental issue of being through this, what I got through right now, right? And it's still the same. Talk to them. Same thing we'll work on, but different platform. You understand what I mean? So, I find so if them willing, you know, if them willing to say to the youth, them, yo, make me play some game or try it. You know what I mean? They will save the game time there. Minute they want to play a game, and them, sometimes they want to play a game, they might still do it, they might youth. But them go think, you know what, let me get out of this so I can get with mom and dad. And if you know with this downtime, start saying, you know, I just want to meditate and clear my mind. I can use my meditation. You're going to be a kid. Your kid's going to be in your mind. If you really have time where you don't think about nothing for 2 hours, 3 hours, you can kick back, even sleep if you want, and you can give the kid an hour out of that. You get the young one beside you, loosen up your mind. They will want to help you find ways of making more time by helping around, or even try. Things will happen. I don't want to make no plan or paint no picture. Our youths, they break everything that they want to find out about. They break it. Somewhere, somehow, if you look at it, they break it. Yeah.
Like I said, it's a good time to deal with the youths. That's what like I said, I've been blessed because I think that's how she is. You know, she's like my daughter in the kitchen, they cook, they take meals together.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff, different stuff, but you know, it's a lot of building with and reasoning them. If they see me watching movies more time, going places, but we spend a lot more time together now. We used to spend a lot of time together because we do a lot of traveling and road trips and stuff together.
Yeah.
But I mean, now we get to really see the comparison, you know, so I know what's going on. So it's a good time.
I really start to look at it as downtime, King. I'm not gonna lie, as a downtime kind of thing. So, King.
Tell you what.
Yeah.
We are gonna miss it. We are gonna miss it when we don't have it no more. I'm telling you, because when the kids at 3 o'clock go outside with their friends and all that, they'll be able to see them and all them things there. Like, channel. Nowadays, you know, they have to wonder when they don't look out in the room there, we see it.
Yo, King, I gotta get back into it. Yo, man. My uncle, you gotta hear the beginning of this podcast, man. You're like it. My uncle me was reasoning. So, yo, King, give a one up to the mama tune, give a one up to the youth, and big up Jesse Christie. Give it, go on.
Yeah, man, blessed love, you don't know the thing set already. I said mama for life, mama forever. Yo, Tracy gets to big up yourself as well, TTL to the world. Bless up, brother.
Every time we can. Bless the guidance, eh?
Yeah, man.
TTLC, big up every youth on every corner, and every proud mother and every father. Picture this, if them put the guns down, them could pick up a mic and still be a master.
Yes, well, right about now, I come big and bad this season. Right about now, I represent Ottawa and Ontario, Canada.
There's always a way. There's never ever no way to get you anything. There's never, like, this is it. Sometimes we create that. We create laws for ourselves along the way. Create decent laws over there, like good laws. Like, I am resourceful. I will find a way. There is a way. I am good at that. I'm good at finding a way. Whenever you feel like negativity is coming up on you, because right now it's in the ear and it's catching. So stay away. Alright? Love and life. Till next time. This is Indigenous here.
Our people believe that every human being, male or female, has got two minds, the mother mind and the warrior mind. The warrior mind looks at things logically. The warrior mind says 2 + 2 is 4. But the mother mind says nothing about that. The mother mind, I don't know how I can explain. The mother mind does not think in a line way, as warriors do. The mother mind thinks sideways, and upwards and downwards. We must awaken the mother mind within us. We must feel what is going on in the world. We mustn't just listen.
Let's build a better place for the children.
It is said by the Zulu people that
Let's
women
build a better place for the children.
With their pelvic area where children grow and are. We must think that way.
Let's go.
I must no longer look at a tree,
Let's go.
but I will see a living entity like me in that tree. I must no longer look at a stone, but I must see the huge lying dormant in that stone. What memory we must think like grandma.
Mama, you're the greatest. Right now, under you, I pray no less. Give thanks for my mother, night and day. No friends, what you done? Hey. Nobody never answer for me like my mama. Never yet struggle for me like my mama. Never yet pray for me like my mama. Never was there for me like my mama. Mama never left me side throughout all the drama. Never hesitate her pass like a comma. Heart full of love going out to my mama. Go all understand, now tell me mama. Mother love me unconditionally. It's only Jah love me more than she. Respect all of the world can see. She means more than the world to me. Baby mother never yet too busy. And when she's stressed out and busy, never think twice to do anything for me. The realest love she give me. Nobody never honor to me like my mama. Never yet struggle for me like my mama. Never yet pray for me like my mama. Never was there for me like my mama. Mama never left me side throughout all the drama. Never hesitate her pause like a comma. Heart full of love going out to my mama. Go all understand. God tell me mama. Me mother the real OG. It's what it took to provide for me. 6 days of labor, OT. The second for the summer, taking that only. Got me mama without apology. She are the champion in every league. She'll get the medal and the trophy. Nobody never struggle for me like my mama. Never yet struggle for me.
TLC, big up every youth on every corner, and every proud mother and every father. Picture this, if them put the guns down, them could pick up a mic and still be a master.
This world that we're living in, can't you see it's full of sin? Day by day, all I can see is pollution, and it's up on the land. Sometimes it seems men has lost their place, and so our world is in disgrace. Day by day, all I can see is frustration, and it's up on the land. Let me do the world around them, all of my children. Let me do the world around them, so that they can be free. Let me do the world around them, all of my children. Sometimes it seems men has lost their place, and so our world is in disgrace. Day by day, all I can see is frustration, and it's up on the lane. And let me do the world around them, all of my children. Come on, let me do the world around them, so that they can be free. Let me do the world around them, all of my children. Yeah, in this land. Talking about it in this world, not no living. Come on, it's land. My God. Sometimes it seems men has lost their pain, and so our world is in disgrace. Day by day, all I can see is pollution. I said it's up on the land. Talking about, let me do the world around them, all of my children. Come on, let me do the world around them, so that they can be free. Yeah, let me do the world around them, all of our children. Yeah, make this end. Talking about it in this world, not really singing. Yeah. Wanna free all the children.
You're a monster for this, man. Push answer to my main shit. I'm only warming up, man, and bring home everything. 2021s. I love my children. Looking back on where we come from, I know it ain't easy. No, it ain't easy. Looking back on where we come from,
I represent
Awaken the mother mind within every one of these projects. Our people believe that every human being, male or female, has got two minds: the mother mind and the warrior mind.
I love my children.
The warrior mind looks at things logically. The warrior mind says 2 + 2 is 4. But the mother mind says nothing of that kind. The mother mind, I don't know how I can explain. The mother mind does not think in a line way as warriors do. The mother mind thinks sideways, and upwards and down.
DJ Facts, you're a monster for this, man. Get up, you know it's your boy, H.L.R. Oh, man. Push answer to my main shit. Good morning, woman, I'm bad.
Right about everything 2021. Right about I'm representing Ottawa tonight.
Looking back at where we come from. I know it ain't easy. No, it ain't easy. Looking back at where we come from. I know it ain't easy, but I stand strong on my own. 2 feet, I gotta be a man on my own. Cause when I'm sitting on my throne, I am the man of me. So who are you? You could have never control me. It's tasty, and you know who I be. I take my time, and I always do this, yeah. Ooh, looking back at where I came from, I always been the one. Come on, always been the one. Always been the one. Musically, I'm in love, so I take it on a level where they never gon' be, or they never gon' reach, or they never gon' see, cause it's JSD. And I do my thing, that's for sure. It's DJ Fats on the beat, and you know I'm on and down the beat, on the ones and twos. Looking back on where we came from, looking back on where we came from. We had none, but we had to make some. Say, looking back on where we came from, where we came from. We had nothing, but we had to make some. Had to make some, had to make some. So I made change and I hit the road again on the run. How you think I made my funds? How you think I collect my crumbs? Now I do it for my day ones. Yeah, I love my daughters. 2 of them I got Ebony and the money. 4 of them I go reaching out to all mothers out there. You know I gotta bring it home. I gotta make sure everything on the table straight. Reaching out to all mothers out there. Looking back all courtesy from. We have to journalist. Mama. Looking back at where we came from. Reaching out to all mothers out there. It's a journalist. Shout out to my mom. Shout out to my pops. Nice to see everyone. Looking back at where we came from. It's a journalist. It's a journalist. It's a journalist. Reaching out to all mothers out there. All courtesy. Reaching out to all mothers out there. Looking back at where we came from. Where we came from, where we came from. We had none, but we had to make some. Had to make some. So I couldn't go my cars.
Right about now, yes. Right about now, big ass party season. Right about now, I represent
TLC, big up every youth on every corner, and every proud mother and every father. Picture this, if them put the guns down, them could pick up a mic and still be a master.
It's a journalist. Mama. It's a journalist. Courtesy. Reaching out to all mothers out there. All courtesy. Reaching out to all mothers out there. All courtesy. It's a journalist. Mama. Love. It's a journalist. It's a journalist. It's a journalist. Mama. Love ya.
Oh, mama, don't cry. Wipe them tears from your eyes. Loving you, mama, no lie. Mama, don't cry. Wipe them tears from your eyes. Mama, keep her eyes on the prize. Mama, don't cry. Wipe them tears from your eyes. Loving you, mama, no lie. Mama, don't cry. Wipe them tears from your eyes. Mama, keep her eyes on the prize. Well, I saw mama do without papa. She still provide my breakfast, my lunch, and my dinner. Mama raised me up, yo, to be a breadwinner. She teach me how to pray so I don't turn a sinner. I got a lot of love for my mama. I go to school and make good grades for my mama. I go so hard in the pain for my mama. And that's how my foolishness and drama. Oh, mama, don't cry. Wipe them tears from your eyes. Loving you, mama, no lie. Mama, don't cry. Wipe them tears from your eyes. Mama, keep her eyes on the prize. Mama, don't cry. Wipe them tears from your eyes. Loving you, mama, no lie. Mama, don't cry. Wipe them tears from your eyes. Mama, keep her eyes on the prize. Well, mama, the first lady in my life. She teach me how to raise my kids and treat out my wife. She teach me how to cut the bell pepper with the knife. She teach me how to humble and keep a good vibe. I love my mama, you can see it in my eyes. Out of a womb, I did you the right. It was a nice flight, give thanks I arrived. When I hear the king fella say I keep them high. Oh, mama, don't cry. Wipe them tears from your eyes. Loving you, mama, no lie. Mama, don't cry. Wipe them tears from your eyes. Mama, keep her eyes on the prize. Mama, don't cry. Wipe them tears from your eyes. Loving you, mama, no lie. Mama, don't cry. Wipe them tears from your eyes. Mama, keep her eyes on the prize. Well, I saw mama do without papa. She still provide my breakfast, my lunch, and my dinner. Mama raised me up, yo, to be a breadwinner. She teach me how to pray so I don't turn a sinner. I got a lot of love for my mama. I go to school and make good grades for my mama. I go so hard in the pain for my mama.
TLC, big up every youth on every corner, and every proud mother and every father. Picture this, if them put the guns down, them could pick up a mic and still be a master.
Love is in the air, what a perfect night. Ready to put in the overtime. I'm thanking that doctor all night. I'm thanking that doctor so fine. You've been there through all the roughest time. There's nothing I would want on the sunshine. So you're enjoying this, a happy time, happy time. You know you like them and you reach a mass. Just like you prisoner arrow to your heart. Full fire, stick, fetch fire, you will pass. Remember when you mother the finish in the park. Drink and just sit all up in the dark. I know we see a spoon and now we see a fork. Love you and you wish and your eyes back fast. I know we for the most and we like this snack. You got to full your attention. I give you all my love and affection. I'll always be your guide and protection. For your own, the argument and the tension. From the most high, we get respect from. I wanna meet your requirements and expectations. Love is coming up to with no hesitation. It's the real deal, without imitation. Dedication.
Yo. When I one love, big up adrenaline, yo. We're gonna have some good, I think I'll get some good vibe from that music, yeah man. We're gonna work on that. We're gonna work on getting that out there. You know? We're gonna work on getting that out there. When I say getting it out there, check out the YouTube channel, man. yeah, check out the YouTube page. Gotta do some editing on it, but you can take comments now, which I'm very thankful for. You know what I mean? But give thanks for the calling. Nego Eytem, big up. That's his favorite song there. Also for me, like mama. Yeah, man, big up Nego Eytem, see? And before that, it was Rastak on the phone, the elder here in Ottawa. We all know our Uncle Tucker. Mad love and respect always, see? So, with everything the man's done saying, it's true, man. Just, I don't know, like, look at how you can communicate with the youth then. Stop getting frustrated. And so, we're not saying put your life fully in hands or be like blind to the fact that you are part of a city, which is part of a bigger, mega city, which is part of a bigger, you know what I mean? A country. Let's not go further, but yeah, you know what I mean? We are going through a serious change at that. We're going through a serious change at that. So just know that there's not much that we can do except look at it like I keep saying, hey, it's downtime, man. It really is downtime. Let's see how we can use this as downtime and make it the best that we can. Because it's not gonna be easy. It's not gonna be easy. Alright? It's not gonna be easy. And it's not gonna be just a simple start. You know what I mean? It's not gonna be just a simple start. It's not gonna be something where we can just do it and that's it. We get an easy way out, or anything like that. It's not gonna be like that at all. Trust me. It's not gonna be like that at all. You're gonna have to make changes, make sacrifices, study self, because they're studying the city we live in. Else they wouldn't be having us and telling us we can't do this, not just can't go and shop, buy certain things. Alright? So, yeah, man. You guys say talk to the youth and encourage them to talk to their friends, you know what I mean? It's not just with them, maybe their friend needs a friend to talk. You know what I mean? And big up to all your parents who already encourage their kids to do that, you know what I mean? And don't necessarily jump in, but try to see your child say, you know what, mom, dad, I need help with it, before they even jump in, you know what I mean? Not even calling the parents, much less. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man. Family, friends, and community, we're gonna get this thing going, get a little vibe going. I got like what? Damn, I got another at least an hour and a half up in here. So let's do it good and do it well. And like sister says,
TTLC, big up every youth and every corner. And every proud mother and every father. Picture this, if them put the guns down, them could pick up a mic and still be a master.
Yes, we're right about no map. Yes. We're right about no map. Big and bad scene. We're right about no map. Represent Ottawa tonight. Ottawa, Ontario, Canada.
The first leader wanted to buy the monkey, and so his assistant gave him meat. And this is what I had to say. I'm African, but I'm not a monkey, a gorilla, or a chimpanzee. Yes, we're custodians of the best wildlife. We have the most unique creatures to ever exist in this life, like the African elephant, the lion whose tribe is Judah, the cheetah, and the zebra. Have you looked at an okapi or at the beauty of a mantled gorilla? We do not bite. We are depictions of congeniality. You should go back to learn your A's and B's and not those stories that they tell you about us, because we are all about family trees. Roots are strong as a mukula, and we only get stronger and better. We're all about cultural diversity. We believe in unity. The spirit is Ubuntu. We hail from the land of the sun. We are natural bred warriors. We are children of the deserts, the savannas, the plateaus, the mountains, and the valleys, the keepers of our grandparents' stories. If Wakanda is something new to you, we have lived our lives with the spirit of a Black Panther. This blood, this is the blood of Shaka. This soil, this is the soil which birthed greats like Utatama Diva, and we cannot run away from the great musicianship or the unique artistry of legends Lucky Dube, Oliver Tukuzi, or Paul Ngozi. Africans. So we house the best minerals, from the diamonds, the gold, the platinum, aluminium, the oils, and the gases, from the copper belt to the city of gold. Why do you think they scrambled for Africa? We are a world which exists within a world, and we do not believe in banting. We believe in wanting to eat what we want to eat, and you're not a welcome guest in our house if we don't ask you to eat. We love our shisanyama, our kapenta with saza, or tutenembalala down south, our jollof rice and the goosey soup in the west, our posho in the east, and we go all the way up north to Tescoshari in Egypt. We are professionals of cultural, colored cuisines, as colorful as our clothes, as we cover ourselves in our dashikis, our kente, ankara, or colorful chitenges, as we do not forget to wrap ourselves in our beautiful head ties, as we carry our pride with us. After all, we are the birthplace of civilization. We're not the fossils of a sunken city. You called us a dark continent. We're not a dark continent. We are not made of darkness, and our climax is not on a dark night. We are Batman. And we are not poor. Maybe we just got in bed with you too early, which led to the launch of your global poverty prevention projects, the birth of your philanthropies. You see, leaving us only with AIDS. Who needs chains for the 21st century slave? Because benevolent slavery is a mind game, which makes you believe that emancipation is just an ocean of imagination you can walk in but never get wet. And I can still hear them bidding. Stop bidding. So the white man bid the highest, and his assistant offered him me when he wanted a monkey. Did you think the assistant was white? He was black. Africa is not for sale.
I no longer belong here. I need to get out of this place. Don't you just come with me? I could use them. As much as you would. So baby, come here, please. It doesn't matter where we go, I just need to get away. Homicide, the serotonin, I get a kick out of the pain. I'm leaving everything behind. I've had enough of this fuckery. I'm leaving at the speed of light. Consequences won't catch up to me. I started to see that the way I perceive things just leaves me with nothing but the lesser of two evils. I need to make a decision. Let go of my breathing or stick it to my sanity. And with the life that I've been leading, my brain's already mad at me. So I'm like, fuck my lungs, since they already suck a ton. My asthma won't get any worse, but the vessels in my brain may burst. The vessels in my brain may burst. Physical pain is
part of the body. Sooner or later, it's already right. But the war on my mind just seems to be locked in, birthing to the silence that screams so obnoxious. What am I to do when I'm human? And if godly closing my eyes don't make a difference when it reveals so at least what I'm allotted to use it with my knowledge. When I chuck up my deuces, the music is melodic. I'll review what I'm allotted so I can use it with my knowledge. When I'm chucking up them deuces, the music is melodic. I'm about to disappear. I'm planning my escape. I no longer belong here. I need to get out of this place. You just come with me. I could use the company. Nothing else would comfort me as much as you would. So baby, come here, please. It doesn't matter where we go. I just need to get away. If you don't wanna come along, I'll chuck the deuces up 'cause I can't stay.
Right about now, I represent Ottawa tonight. Ottawa, Ontario, Canada.
TTLC, big up every TTLC, big up every TTLC, big up every TTLC, big up every youths on every corner, and every proud mother and every father. Picture this, if them put the guns down, them could pick up a mic and still be a master.
It is keeping me from seeing things that I don't wanna see again. Oh no, I don't need to remember that.
You know why? You got too much stuff to do. I hope I don't get in trouble when you find this one. You know what? See, you gotta do this again.
SOS, baby. Is my memory really failing me? It is keeping me from seeing things that I don't wanna see again. Oh no, I don't need to remember that. I am beautiful through it all, and that is what I must recall. I wanna ask you something that I just started to think about. How come you never hit me up no more now that you're out? What made you wanna pawn me off to a dude you met in jail? What did I do to make you think that I got money for your bail? I was only 16, you were like 6 years older. Asked me to pass some cash to your mama, I had your back and let her hold it. And then you went and tossed my number off to some guy who liked when I talked. I didn't mind it at the time, I didn't see anything wrong, but I was only 16. And now that I am an adult, I think you guys should have that talk amongst yourself, cause this is not acceptable or cool. Teenage girls are not hot, so stop, don't try to play a fool. You can't do that anymore, can't think stupid now, you know. I've been called every name that they made to oppress us women. Why do you insist on sticking it in as if you aren't too fond of us? I guess that replicates the system that got you locked up in the first place. That's where you get all that bullshit from. So I understand how it's been internalized, so I can't even blame you for the problem, but you are responsible for not taking your trauma out on those who aren't the cause of all your pain and endless drama. Why do you diss your baby mama so consistently? I mean, why bother reproducing with a human who you hate? What kind of monster of a creature are you trying to create? I've grown up in that environment, ungrateful because cause it was never pleasant. I've inherited victim traits gifted with low vibrations like presents. And guess what? I also learned to be a abuser. How to diagnose myself to make it easier for excuses. Sometimes I lash out, sometimes I'll cry. Sometimes I'm really convinced that everybody gotta die. Sometimes I wanna grab and stab a guy in the temple with my pen till he bleeds for taking my pencil. Best believe that he will definitely remember me and think twice before pulling that shit again. Taking my shit without my consent. But that ain't how I wanna be remembered. That ain't me, nah. I'm a revolutionary scholar who brings peace in different medium, starting with my speech. A soldier to everyone's war, cutting up everything with my double-edged sword. Because I know everything I say can and will be used against me, so imagine what they'll do with the things that I've done. But as long as you take it easy on me, whenever I break down on the ride, not forcing me to keep it all inside, give me love and understanding, compassion and the time, that's when I'll feel like it's safe to say I know I'll be alright, I'll be alright. That's when I feel like it's safe to say that I know I'll be alright. It's mine now, failing me, it's keeping me from seeing things that I don't wanna see again. Oh no, I don't need to remember them. I am beautiful through it all, and that is what I must recall.
Empress Menes addressed the world women regarding war. Recently, Italy conquered us unjustly, and the world's women should hear the voice of the Ethiopian people. Even though women of the world are living in different countries with different climates, all women are interrelated with the same will and objectives. War is a distress and trouble to mankind. For all women of different countries, different races, and religions, the acts of violence and war have victimized their husbands, brothers, and children. War is a destruction of the family and creates homelessness. So women are against war. We know that even Italian mothers and bearing women may worry about the war, since war is good for nothing. Therefore, all women should prevent war before it brings trouble and distress. They should collaborate their voices and request the avoidance of war before there is bloodshed on both sides. Ethiopia does not think of violence as a means to resolve conflict and wishes to maintain peace. Ethiopia tried to settle the conflict peacefully in the early months. In every aspect, Ethiopia has done her best, so we have a clear conscience. Ethiopian people welcomed all foreigners. The guests who came to work peacefully and innocently. The Ethiopian people's good hospitality towards foreigners has been well narrated in the history of the world. However, one state, which is the neighbor to Ethiopia, is trying to control and govern. Ethiopia is always on the line of peace, while the rival state is looking only after its own interests. The enemy deployed its army and set up bases around our country to kill our women's husbands, children, and brothers. Our people live and work peacefully by being God-fearing, but the enemy is trying to devastate the wealth of the country and destroy our family in the name of modernization. We pray to God not to face this kind of distress and destruction if the so-called modernization brings such big trouble. Hence, the association, which is established for the purpose of peace by the world's women, may exert influence to bring peace and stability. We don't hesitate to believe that the World Women Association may contribute a great deal to settling this conflict peacefully. We pray to God that the association accomplishes its mission. We hope the activities of the association may bring fruitful results in the preservation of peace and security in our country. Nonetheless, if the war is started, we women should treat wounded soldiers and minimize the damage from the war. Women who are living all over the world who stand for peace may help us during the time of war. We know that these women assist the sacrificed patriots' family. All women of the world should struggle to bring about peace and justice. Government officials must be guided along the lines of God, and we pray for this, as well as your collaboration with us in this effort. Give thanks in Isis, Haile Selassie I, and Empress Menes, Mother of Creation.
TLC, big up every youth on every corner, and every proud mother and every father. Picture this, if them put the guns down, them could pick up a mic and still be a master.
Yes. Well, right about now, me I come big and bad this evening. Right about now, me I represent Ottawa tonight. Ottawa, Ontario, Canada.
Mr. Carson, we have Carson with flip up couple times, you know. Truly, one did it.
Yes. Well, right about now, me I come big and bad this evening. Right about now, me I represent Ottawa tonight. Ottawa, Ontario, Canada.
The land of the king. The people rejoice for a bride that be chosen for Tafari, the regent and crown prince. She alone was being worthy therein of such honor and blessing. Princess of faith, honor and virtue from the central Walloon province. On the 23rd of Amley, in the year 1903, she became the wife of the Tafari in a sacred union. The Empress Mary, mother of five nations, man of faith, the Norwegian knight. By your legacy and your example, and Empress divine, for Sarah Mary, the daughter of Zion, Queen of Nego and Empress divine. Always wanted to be by example, your legacy none can deny. 47 years of loyal devotion by the Emperor's side. Bless your children and many grandchildren to strengthen the royal line. Mother of human compassion, forever humble and dignified. She never faltered in her role or her duties as a queen, mother and wife. The Empress Mary, mother of five nations, man of faith, the Norwegian knight. By your legacy and your example, thank you, and Empress divine. For Sarah Mary, the daughter of Zion, Queen of Nego and Empress divine. Always wanted to lead by example, your legacy none can deny. Establish school zones and churches to the native land and property. Ensure the education of the young women, provided for the poor and those in need. Never faltered in a role or her duties to her king, family and country. Outstanding qualities of the highest order, queen and empress. The Empress Mary, mother of five nations, man of faith, the Norwegian knight. By your legacy and your example, thank you, and Empress divine. For Sarah Mary, the daughter of Zion, Queen of Nego and Empress divine. Always wanted to be by example, your legacy none can deny. Implore the woman of the world to unite against war of mankind. Spoke of the trouble, distress and sorrow, acts of progression leave behind. Prayed for Ethiopia to transfer rural and needs, and again be at peace. You could have overcome evil, and the lion vanquished the beast. The Empress Mary, mother of five nations, man of faith, the Norwegian knight. Sarah Mary, daughter of Zion, Queen of Meager and Empress
TLC, big up every TLC, big up every TLC, big up every youths on every corner, and every proud mother and every father. Picture this, if them put the guns down, them could pick up a mic and still be a master.
Right about now, I come big and bad this evening. Right about now, I represent Ottawa tonight. Ottawa, Ontario, Canada.
Three states of today have been more involved in the great events of this century than the Emperor Haile Selassie of Ethiopia. No living world leader knows more intimately the tragedy that war can bring to his people. The world remembers his stirring and prophetic words spoken in this very building in 1937 when he raised his voice against tyranny and he raised his voice against oppression. None has struggled more wisely, more persistently to create opportunities for international concord and cooperation.
Enough respect. My respect goes out.
Mama say, Palaban company, still me gone as them come to me, cause they mine, F-I-I-E-N-D, and me. Mama say we love them too much, Papa say we shouldn't do such, no, F-I-I-E-N-D, and me. Closer than a brother you can be, closer than a sister, yeah. We have in friends and out friends, family without friends, no friends real, but some of them are mouth friends. All together there's still something about them. Damn if we do, yet we can't do without. Friends for socializing, push you when you're rising like Alibella, the gorilla, in the eye king.
Yes,
we not a friend,
right about
that no my
right about now, I come big and bad this evening. Right about now, I represent Ottawa tonight. Ottawa, Ontario, Canada.
Mama say we love them too much, Papa say we shouldn't do such, no, F-I-I-E-N-D, and me. Closer than a brother you can be, closer than a sister, yeah. We have friends who are corporates, engineers and architects. Friends with bands who face like them mark for death. Some friends pass them place one take a set. I make the news go reach and then a set of friends who call and tell me call back. Just give me a call and make we solve that. Could I make it one but me no want that no. We apart from we a small chat. No jeopardize that over small chat. Then you were not mine. If I-I-E-N-D-N-D. Mama say we love them too much. Papa say we shouldn't do such. No, F-R-I-E-N-D-N-D. Closer than a brother you can be. Closer than a sister. My friend Roshan go touch arms. Head start wild up on him, no so condom. Get the call saying pick up condom a garden. Oh God, I wish it was a farm. So these are the streets and not the distance when things that one mama palm me have to teach them. Since look down them, my sister give it free. We have read them book of me and mine. F-R-I-E-N-D-N-D. Mama say we love them too much. Papa say we shouldn't do such. No, F-R-I-E-N-D-N-D. Closer than a brother you can be. Closer than a sister. We have in friends and out friends, family without friends. No friends real, but some of them are mouth friends. Altogether there's still something about them. Damn if we do yet we can't do without. Friends for socializing, push you when you're rising like. And if you're like the gorilla in the height. We're not a friend, the kind of friend that's not fighting. We're not the one to criticize. No F-R-I-E-N-D-N-D. Mama say we love
TLC, big up every youth on every corner, and every proud mother and every father. Picture this, if them put the guns down, them could pick up a mic and still be a master.
Yes, like them. Something. Here's one. Who's gonna reach and then Rastafari, who can be against us? Yeah. They gave us basket that has holes in it to carry water. How could we bring it in trap of failure? What did we do to deserve such big from a cruel world? Violence I've seen my share. I'm so hardened I shed no tear. Every step I take, there is another burden to bear, and it seems like no one cares. When we didn't ask to be born, we don't like the slums, no. We learned how to be strong. Take life as it comes. We didn't ask to be born. We don't like the slums, no. We learned how to be strong. Take life, they have us locked in, now we are captives. When we need them, we have the cops been to protect and serve these cool road black kids. Don't get offended, I'm only asking. I don't like the system where the rich treat the poor as victims. Wish I had money, I can't take this feeling no more. Who would have thought it's so hard to be poor? When we didn't ask to be born, we don't like the slums, no. We learned how to be strong. Take life as it comes. We didn't ask to be born. We don't like the slums, no. But we learned how to be strong. Take life, and now I get high, just to get by. Urban strong drink take us to cloud nine. We hope to find our friends who have died to release these internal tears and we cry. Zoned out around the twilight, searching for lost souls that I can't find. Right now I'm over sometime the next night, but we've got more hurts to give it a next try. Cause we didn't ask to be born. We don't like the slums, no. We learned how to be strong. Take life as it comes. We didn't ask to be born. We don't like the slums, no. We learned how to be strong. Take life, they gave us basket that has holes in it to carry water, how could we bring it in trap of failure? What did we do to deserve such fate from a cruel world? Violence I've seen my share, and I'm so hardened I shed no tear. Every step I take, there is another burden to bear, and it seems like no one cares. When we didn't ask to be born, we don't like the slums, no. But we learned how to be strong. Take life as it comes. We didn't ask to be born. We don't like the slums, no, but we learned how to be strong. Take life, Rastafari, religion, music life. We didn't ask to be born. We don't like the slums, no, but we learned how to be strong.
TLC, big up every youths on every corner, and every proud mother and every father. Picture this, if them put the guns down, them could pick up a mic and still be a master.
My respect goes out, man. Bless the Lord.
Yes, we're right about now. Yes, we're right about now. We're right about now. We represent Ottawa tonight. Ottawa, Ontario.
Have been more involved in the great events of this century than the Emperor Haile Selassie of Ethiopia. No living world leader knows more intimately the tragedy that war can bring to his people. The world remembers his stirring and prophetic words spoken in this very building in 1937 when he raised his voice against tyranny and he raised his voice against oppression. None has struggled more wisely, more persistently to create opportunities for international concord and cooperation.
Mama, when we reach the final coffin, hungry night, me face to think of fasting. When it's called box down, me brother, you can ask me why. Hey, mama, don't cry. One day, me have to make it. Me promise me to set it. No cry, you make your blood pressure rise. Hey, mama, don't cry. How when they will run dry. One day me gon' make it. Me promise me go set it. No cry, you make your blood pressure.
Father God, we thank you for the soul. See that we two more gather your name, that your presence will be thankful for your presence. We ask you, grace and blessings are upon us this day. We pray that any obstacle the devil plans to place in our path be removed in the name of Jesus. We pray that you have your will, have your way in our lives, Father. But we didn't make us, so we couldn't possibly know what to do with us. We thank you for the things that most people take for granted, Father. The air we have to breathe, the food we have to eat, the clothes we have to wear, the cars we have to drive, the money we spend, the lives we touch, and the lives we touch our own. We ask for the blessings of others as well as ourselves. We ask to be reminded of the power in the spoken word, Father. We can't defeat the enemy with the spoken word. All we have to do is remember to say it, remember to use it. The word says no weapon formed against me shall prosper. The word doesn't say that the weapon won't be formed. The word doesn't say that the intention of the weapon maker won't be to harm you. The word doesn't say that they won't attempt to use it. The word says no weapon formed against me shall prosper. So no matter what they think, no matter what they make, no matter what they try, by the power of the word, we are covered. We humble ourselves before you. We praise your name and give you the glory. We praise your name and give you the glory. We praise your name and give you the glory.
Hey, mama, don't cry. One day, me have to make it. Me promise me to set it. No cry, you make your blood pressure rise. Hey, mama, don't cry. How when they will run dry. One day, me gon' make it. Me promise me to set it. No cry, you make your blood pressure rise. Yeah. Who even knows it? Who even knows it? Now stop applying the pressure. This must get better. I know for this in me fan stretcher. Who even knows it? Who even knows it? And I
gun, me a ask. No make mama pass. Me want to live the life of a boss. No when it when dry.
TLC.
One
Most
day they
respect.
gon' make it.
Yes.
I respect those out there.
You make your
Right about now, me come see that man, this is right about now, me represent Ottawa tonight, Ottawa, Ontario, Canada.
One day they gon' make it. I promise I gon' set it. No prayer make your blood pressure rise. Things the mama tell me from the past. Never just a shot down after dark. Oh, why your life not cast? So them watch you from the start. Oh, people them attack. Oh yeah. Compare with but don't know be shuffle. When you want to be make a hustle so me can do the hustle so me can go fully double. Understand where me a come from and not.
And him have to step to the justice, you know, black man time. All them Pope John, the whole of them have to go come down, you know. Them have to go come down. Put black man here, black man time. Black man kingdom come over rise. And the white man kingdom follow for rise. Oh, the black man kingdom come. And the white man kingdom follow for right. That's a black man time now. Never get weary. And we never get weary. And we down in the valley for a very long time. And we never get weary. Never get weary. Never get weary. I've been down in the valley for a very long time. Never get weary. Rastafari.
TLC, big up every youths on every corner and every other. If them could be up.
Why man cannot get savage? It's like a man and no purpose, even though it's I'll be the
Enough respect. I respect those out there.
You guys know your purpose in life before you make them try. I get on my bending knees and pray. I think God will show me that way. I could do good by myself, but I could not better than my best. I stayed on my bending knees and pray. Asking God will show me that way. No man is in higher, and no man stand alone. Each man is a brother keeper. Each one needs someone to call their own. So don't let the problems surround you. Get inside your head and break you down. Oh, life is like a cycle. What goes around comes back around. You gotta know your purpose in life before you make that stride. I get on my bended knees and pray, asking God please show me that way. I could do good by myself, still my good not better than my best. I get on my bended knees and pray, asking God please show me that way.
Wait.
Confusion, but we won't be confused. We all have obligation, bless the truth. To build a foundation, just invest in our youth. My people gotta rise up and come back to their roots. So in a time like this, only gotta love me trust. Wall it every day like it's a Christmas. Now me this is told me like me in a circus. Me physically ready and always focus. You gotta know your purpose in life before you make that stride. I get on my bended knees and pray, asking God please show me that way.
Awaken the mother mind within every one of you. Our people believe that every human being, male or female, has got two minds. The mother mind and the warrior mind.
No one knowing life will end.
The warrior mind looks at things logically. The warrior mind says 2 + 2 is 4. But the mother mind does not think in a line way, as warriors do. The mother mind is sideways, upward and we must
Y'all wanna know our destiny. No one knows when life will end. But I know life is a blessing. Rise in the morning with my children. It's a blessing. There will be temptation. Don't you ever act a fool. Just keep doing good to others, and good will come right back to you. Don't let the problems surround you. Get inside your head and break you down. Remember, life is like a cycle. What goes around come back around. You gotta know your purpose in life before you make that try.
Yeah,
Oh
man.
no, I don't use Q-tips.
One out, one love, sisters. Always.
Real mama wasn't still, you know. She worth more than gold, diamond, and silver.
First
Real
sister,
mama.
And she won't make her know, Mommy, me want a sister. And they was turn her sister in a tomboy. That's how it goes.
Real mama wasn't still, you know. She worth more than gold, diamond, and silver. Real mama.
Always enjoy.
Real mama wasn't still,
Where's
you
your
know.
mama to talk?
She worth more than gold. Real mama wasn't still.
For you, TLC, enough respect.
Yes. Well, right
My
about
respect
now,
goes
yes.
out, man.
Well, right about now, me I come big and bad this evening. Right about now, me I represent Ottawa tonight. Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. She worth more than gold, diamond, and silver. Real mama. Real mama, I love you, mama. For the 9 months I labor, mama, I thank you, mama, for the blessing of your prayer. Mama, I love you, mama. For the 9 months I labor, mama, I thank you, mama, for the blessing of your. Big houses when they buy you live in, surrounded by a whole heap of helper. Drive you around when you are with a chauffeur. God, you heard more than diamond, gold, and silver. Believe is the blessing of your prayer. It's not a favor. You did that when diamond was a sufferer. So stick around now, things is getting
Yeah, man, big up all Canadian people, man. You don't know, man. I'm a 613 massive them, you don't know how to do it.
Mama, I'ma thank you, mama, for the blessing of your prayer.
Yeah, man, big up all Canadian people, man. You don't know, man. I'm a 613 massive them, you don't know how to do it. And if it's your first time I go on our feed, give us a like, follow, and share that way I get the notification every time I go live.
You make me feel rich before my dream come true. Everybody should have a mama like you. Mama, you're one of a chosen few. You never do me like no need.
Yeah, man, big up all Canadian people, man. You don't know, man. I'm a 613 massive them, you don't know how to do it. And if it's your first time I go up on our feed, give us a like, follow, and share that way I get the notification every time I go live. And
take care of the whole family. Used to teach me 1, 2, 3. You used to teach me ABC.
yeah, man, big up all Canadian people.
The whole of we are in front. One day the whole of we are sleeping. Mama heart strong like lion.
Yeah, man, big up all Canadian people, man. You don't know, man. I'm a 613 massive them, you don't know how to do it, man. And if it's your first time I go up on our feed, give us a like, follow, and share. That way I get the notification every time I go live. And during the lockdown, we are trying to go live as much as we possibly can right now. You don't know, just to entertain the people. But every time some blessings, every time. Lucius, we got the king always. Thank you for being on the page. No joke, that man is a sample. The man make me remember what it's like to see a man make a life out of a star. Have a man in my community. Big elder named Mr. Campbell. That man did farm working and came home to his stall every time. Raised his family much less, buy land and buy a big house. So big up to all the hustlers, them true hustlers, and big up to all the bustlers, them downtown bus too. Yeah, man, and in the war in Tivoli, and on the point of the young man and the stepmother, boy, if you woke up from a young man asked me one time, I tell him, say, yo, he said, this is my only Jamaican friend I can stand and look at him and say, yo, how many Jamaicans can stand you? He said, that sounds like a racial question. I said, no, we come from a place like father kill son, son kill father, friend kill friend, brother kill brother, all kind of nonsense. He said, oh, sorry, I get it. Yeah, man, so family, friends, community, I said this one to you. Within the joy of what I've found in myself, awaking in the morning, no food, no friend. Quietness in the neighborhood, it seems so strange not to hear a peep of a scream, but a dog barking. Head out to my gate, open the gate, what did I see? Gun butt facing me at the run, not even a chance to scream. Them say it's a curfew. Oh no! The whole world under a curfew. But coming from what I've seen on a day I've risen, wake up feeling good, no friends, no family, nothing forgiven. Open my eyes to the quietness of the ghetto. No shouting, no screaming, not even a dog barking. Yes, gun butts were in sight, and guns were aiming at I and I. Separation was their aim, and they were pushing it hard upon I. See this ghetto life that they say, they ask you to live it twice. I'm said to be proud from the ghetto we came up, from the ghetto we rise. But on the top, what is there if the ghetto is so clear? Separation they give, day to day, my friend. And they do there. Our life should not be an expense, not something to be tried, much as truth are there. The ghetto, the garrison. Which is it? Because the garrisons are in the ghetto. Rise up, soldiers. Bless up.
Mama, I love you, mama. For real, mama. Mama, I thank you, mama. Mama, oh mama.
Dear businessman, you have been the soul of our city longer than any chronological scroll could accurately tell. Acting as a guide to entertainment, adventure, learning, and wonder. You are both hands with all five fingers, pointing us towards refuge as we navigate the wilderness of an urban jungle. The richness of our collective sector breathes life into the streets, spilling across parkways, lanes, roads, and avenues like a heart that has abandoned the comfort of its heat to be with the people. We make this pocket of Turtle Island a city to build our dreams in. Depending on where your feet stand and upon what your eyes glance, you might catch a glimpse of a rainbow of storefronts, plazas, and markets, a garden of community members that resemble the gatherings in our own families, with the only difference being that sacrifice and failure become a part of the painstaking process of planting hope where grief once grew. Your window pane beams with pride as you welcome the rays of a new day and familiar faces inside. Your presence turns boring into luxurious, anonymity into a society on the brink of crafting a unique cultural identity. Your resilience transforms the cynic mind that believes that we must leave the city to succeed, and your will to thrive is rivaled by your charitable smile. You know chaos, loss, loneliness, and corrosion. The feeling of witnessing the end of an era is far too common of an experience. But you also know that flowers can still bloom in a dying bouquet. So you raise your weary bodies out of your bed every day with the hopes that someone, somewhere will sample your offerings and their patronage will suit their senses. Your business owner. You were made for piloting turbulent storms. When you feel like screaming into the void where no one can hear you because the phrase, I need you, teases the mirror that you stare into before your morning commute. I want you to know that the feeling is mutual. We need you. For the act of receiving is only useful when the act of giving is present at the table. So no matter if you reside close to Hintonburg, Strandherd, or Tanger, in the Glebe, South Keys, or Orleans, or anywhere between the West and the East, we will not let a pandemic change our course. For this chapter is not about survival. It's about revival. Your business owner. We see you. Thank you. You've given us so much to be grateful for. Together, we will weather the storm. When you have poured of your cup to the point where your efforts appear minuscule, and the energy you use to stay afloat is washed away in the race to rest ashore, I know that what you have in store is so much more.
Much respect. My respect goes
Right about now, yes. Right about now, right about now, I represent Ottawa tonight. Ottawa, Ontario, Canada.
I don't know the
the boy said, "Jah will, you don't know him, boy. Pick up on yourself, my brother. You don't know, pick up with the bike for the rhythm. You don't know, do the damn thing, man."
Yes, well, right about now, me I come big and bad this evening. Right about now, me I represent Eytem tonight.
All my local artists, big up to me. Thank you for all you guys do.
Yo, blessed thanks. Midweek poll.
All my local artists, big up to me. Thank you for all you guys do. Yes. Welcome. This is Tlc'sRose. And as you know, TLC is like a river, overflow.
I respect goes out.
Yes, we're right about now. Yes, we're right about now. Me I come big and bad this evening. Yes, we're right about yes. We're right yes. We're right about now. Me I come big and bad this evening. We're right about now. Me I represent Eytem tonight. Eytem, Ontario, Canada.
When them see me, I know no culture. We are the very good, so we say the culture. Them loving culture. Telling you, with them loving culture. Aye, no culture here, cultivation of what you can be. Like a farm in the morning. Feel also free like you. Even in the morning, all the sun seems to speak. Like a sun is shining down, nothing, no work you be. So them loving culture. So them loving culture. To them loving culture. You what to do. Them loving culture. Alright, accumulate all they can be a thing. Of you and all, free you shall feel a thing. If you feel that you can't be, and now to share and feel. Jeez, emotional balance, what's the second thing when you're real? Flash your day reveal, how freely you can feel. But great man to speak and feel, just like the tree. A trembling leaf, standing in the wind, and medicine to steal. Now they need say, who is he? Is he real? Is he free? Is he the one now to be his will? Answer that they speak up, and they want to come to see. Is it God in the flesh? And a man just like me because I see who he's stumbling just a feel to speak. So them loving culture. So them loving culture. So them loving culture. To the living creator. To them loving culture, to them loving culture, to them loving culture, it's a paradise, loving character. Yo, please tell me, since tomorrow on the way, I'm something to say, angel did prove on the moon, did not see today, but the sun came around and said, moon, please come back my way, and they crossed each other to God Almighty. That is to them loving culture, to them loving culture. To them loving culture, to them loving sleepless, them what you're thinking about. Tlc'sRose, bring up the last card. Tlc'sRose, child, just like a child do. Tlc'sRose, to find loving character. To them loving culture, what we do. Blessed family, this is what it is. The music podcast, welcome. The how each nurtures earth with strength. The new podcast, the loving culture.
I just want to say greetings to everyone. I just want to send some love out to all the man out there. I want to say happy Mother's Day to my beautiful wife.
Enough respect. My respect goes out.
Right about now, I represent Ottawa tonight. Ottawa, Ontario, Canada.
So, with that said, it is the time when we have to do everything we can to preserve and to save our lives. What is going on? All I know, we have to take care of ourselves. What I'm saying, so please, follow the throat of God, do what we gotta do. But in the meantime, human beings, don't forget, God has given us dominion over all things. All things. Use your knowledge, use your mind, and do what you have to do. And use this time wisely. Happy Mother's Day. Let me do a little jump back. Don't play that song for me. It brings back memories of days that I once knew. The time I spent with you. Oh no, don't let it rain. It feels for revenge. It's that way with me, baby. Cause I remember the one it meant. You know what I can lie. You know what I can lie. You know what I can lie. I remember the first day you see me walk away. Oh baby, I never knew that you love me. You told me you love me. You told me you care. You said I'll go with you, baby. Oh, you baby. And you know that. You know that you lie. You know that you lie. You know that you lie. That I I can say start of going out to each and every one. My name is Rossley, and here we got members of the band. As you know, the Lion is on bass. So this time we got the Lion on bass. I like Kenyan keyboard when I time to the moment. Oh, you sound drums. No problem, you respect everything. My name is Rusty, you know it. Been here out there. And thank you for tuning in, each and every one. I want to say greetings again in the name of the Most High. Slash the every verse. So try to put the rule on. Yeah! Rastafari. Slash the every time. Yeah. Well, you know, these guys have been quartering up on me already. Can't believe it. Can't fit already. Whoa. Alright, a long time no work, so you know what I mean? I want to work. Need to get this thing going, get this thing out of the way so we can work again. Believe me. Staying there. Eh? This one is called Don't Give Up. So see, hold on. It's an original tune, but with this pandemic that's going on right now, it is a song that picked this moment. I want to take this time to big up Big Daddy, Ganja Music, you know what I mean, for the opportunity to record this track, and big up Ricky Lion, studio man on this track. Then, big up Dynamic also. Alright, let's go to the thing. Sometimes we struggle just to make it through the day. My gosh, things get hard sometimes, but you got to hang on in there, just hang on in there. When you try to reach the top, and something pulls you back. When you try to reach your goal, and they try and steal your soul. Ooh, don't give up, don't give up, don't give in. Don't give up, don't give up, don't give in. Nobody said it's gonna be easy. Nobody said it's gonna be nice. Just remember, God is not of the night. I've been reading before daylight. Hear this, I said the darkest part of the night. I've been reading before daylight. You make them hold you down. You know make them hold you down. Even though things get rough sometimes. Listen. Sometimes we struggle just to make it through the day. Things get hard sometimes, but you got to hang on in there. Just hang on in there. When you try to reach the top, and something pulls you back. When you try to reach your goal, and they try and steal your soul. Ooh, yeah. Don't give up, don't give up, don't give in. I say, don't give up, don't give up, don't give in. One more time, don't give up, don't give up, don't give in. Nobody said it's gonna be easy. Nobody said it's gonna be nice. No, oh, the darkest part of the night.
TLC, enough respect.
Right about
my respect goes out.
Right about now, I represent Ottawa tonight. Ottawa, Ontario, Canada.
This one is going out there.
That one the guy got me stick man, you know.
Africa unite, Africa unite, Africa unite. Cause we're moving right out of Babylon, and we're moving to our father's land. Yeah, yeah. How good and how pleasant it would be before God and mercy to see the unification of all Africa. As it been said already, ready to know. I tell you who we are, and the people, for we are the children of Rastaman. We are the children of I am the soul. Africa unite, Africa unite, Africa unite. Cause we're moving right out of Babylon, and we're moving to our father's land. Yeah, yeah. How good and how pleasant it would be before God and mercy to see the unification of all Rastaman. As this been said already, ready to die. I'll tell you who we are under the sun. We are the children of Rastaman. We are the children of Iowa.
We shall overcome because the arc of the moral universe is long, but it bends toward justice. We shall overcome because Carlyle is right. No lie can live forever. We shall overcome because William Cullen Bryant is right. Truth crushed earth will rise again. We shall overcome because James Russell Lowell is right. Truth forever on the scaffold, wrong forever on the throne. Yet that scaffold sways the future. Behind the dim unknown standeth God within the shadow, keeping watch above his own. We shall overcome because the harvest is right. You shall reap what you sow. We shall overcome. Deep in my heart, I do believe we shall overcome. And with this faith, we will go out and adjourn the councils of despair and bring new light into the dark chambers of pessimism. We will be able to rise from the fatigue of despair to the buoyancy of hope. And this will be a great America. We will be the participants in making it so. And so as I leave you this evening, I say, walk together, children. Don't you get weary. There's a great camp meeting.
And the people were so nice. I happened to be, to meet some great people on that journey. From Ethiopia, Burundi, Tanzania. Wow. Some great place, some great people. Great food. So big up all Africans. Big up each and every one see you. This one is entitled Showers of Blessing. Hey, 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 hey. Yeah, yeah. Within this time, what we need. You are the blessing that I need. You are the blessing that comfort me. You are the blessing that I need. You are the blessing that comfort me. morning I wake up and pray. I pray. Ooh, yeah. But got to down to me on the way. And I pray for him to guide and keep all my praise. Yeah. And we is gonna across the world and guide all the people. Show us a blessing, that's all I need. Show us a blessing to comfort me. Show us a blessing, that's all we need. Show us a blessing to comfort us. Every morning I wake up and pray. I pray. Ooh, yeah. 'Cause I know a chapter is able to keep the evil away. So I pray for him to guide and keep Corona away. And we is gonna cross the world and guide all the people. Sing show us, let me go. Show us the blessing that's all I need. What is it? Show us the blessing. Only blessing can make it. Show us the blessing that's all I need. Show us the blessing to comfort me.
We shall overcome because the arc of the moral universe is long, but it bends toward justice. We shall overcome because Carlyle is right. No lie can live forever. We shall overcome because William Cullen Bryant is right. Truth crushed to earth will rise again. We shall overcome because James Russell Lowell is right. Truth forever on the scaffold, wrong forever on the throne. Yet that scaffold sways the future. Behind the dim unknown standeth God within the shadow, keeping watch above his own. We shall overcome because the Bible is right. You shall reap what you sow. We shall overcome. Deep in my heart, I do believe we shall overcome. With this faith, we will go out and adjourn the councils of despair, bring new light into the dark chambers of pessimism. We will be able to rise from the fatigue of despair to the buoyancy of hope. And this will be a great America. We will be the participants in making it so. And so as I leave you this evening, I say, stop together, children. Don't you get weary.
This evening, right about now, may I represent Ottawa tonight.
TLC, big up every youth on every corner, and every proud mother and every father. Picture this, if them put the guns down, them could pick up a mic and still be a master. Master.
Everyone has the right to liberty, the right to life and security of person. Everyone has the right to freedom of opinion and expression. Well, I know it's not upon the country like England, Queen Elizabeth. I know it's on fundamental freedom, redemption, black international apartheid. You hear me? No person.
community for being up in here. Thank you very much. You know what I mean? Hope you guys had a blessed evening. And hope Mother's Day weekend was wonderful. So hard to wait for Mother's weekend. You know what I mean? But we all know in this downtime right now, share the time. And they could use the time as much as you need the time. So guess what? It's just downtime, alright? Family, friends, community. Yeah, man. Her beauty exceeds her. And it does. This is a whole posting from a long time ago. Thank you for sharing it. Thank you for liking it. Thank you for the response to it. It is. It's a big up every time. Her beauty exceeds her strength. You'll find her in all that exceeds her. Her pain. You'll find her in all that exceeds her pain. Her pain comes from you lacking to see her through yours.
Lock down the world, but my mind is free. You can't hold like captive. No day, no day, no day. Yesterday's a history, tomorrow is a mystery. Right now is the present, so I'll focus what's in front of me. Keep my mind clear enough, the way will always show to me. Now I'm gonna make the pressures of life get the best of me. The biggest and the baddest problem have a solution. Don't jump to conclusion, use your intuition, yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, hey, hey.